Hey everyone, and welcome to part 19. Firstly, I just want to check, there was a item back here, I'm not sure if I picked it up. I was so focused on battling the Pidomons, I'm not sure if I picked it up. So yeah, looking at the statistics, I had a 13% chance of learning Megalospark and an 8% chance of learning Hurricane. So considering the odds, I did very well. Confusion Storm, I apparently have an 11% chance, and Thunderbolt, I apparently have a 9% chance. Though I'm not too fixated about Thunderbolt. It's Confusion Storm that I'm focusing on now. Obviously Infinity Burn, I have an 8% chance. Yeah, the item I got there, I saw a moment ago when I was out. I want Rockmon out of sight. Oh, I need to change my moves, don't I? I'm not sure actually, it's just, it depends how many Pidomons I'm going to be against. I may only be against one, but then I may be against three. But I'll stick with Megalospark. Their own moves attack like anyone. Their moves usually attack more than one opponent, so you know, they can kill themselves quickly enough. Okay, roll on Confusion Storm. Even if I'm not learning moves, at least I'm gaining stats, which will come in handy. It is interesting how I'm always slagging Digitamamon off, not on camera, but like in my own time. I'm always slagging Digitamamon off and saying about how much of a useless ultimate he is. And it's real irony because he's basically the hero of the hour. Because I was worried about Mount Infinity, but then I've got a perfect solution, and the perfect solution is Digimon. Having a bit less luck with this one, but let's not worry. It would be smart to make the most of the restaurant and obviously go back to the restaurant and feed my Digimon there, but I'm kind of in the middle of this and I don't really want to be backtracking at the moment. Instead I want to be learning Confusion Storm. Free committed Pidomons, how exciting. Hey. With that in mind, the next objective now is Digimon. Then it's on to Metal Greymon, where we have to learn Infinity Burn. Before that, I need to return to the city. I need to obviously restock, and I'd also like to save, seeing as I've learnt 3 very valuable moves. So I'll restock, save, then move on to Digimon. And hopefully he'll then want to sleep afterwards, because then I need to save and sleep just before Metal Greymon. And then try and learn Infinity Burn, with a 15% chance. Then I'll be on to Machine Dramon, but I'm not too bothered about Thunderbolt. If I don't learn Thunderbolt, you know, I'll set with it. Thunderbolt can be learnt elsewhere. It can be learnt from Monzaemon, Soulmon. You know, there's alternatives. Or Digitamamon even, when I battle Digitamamon. Thunderbolt can be learnt from any of those Digimon. It's not urgent. The most important thing is learning Infinity Burn. Obviously Mega Dramon will have to wait, but other than that, Digimon, Metal Greymon, Infinity Burn, Machine Dramon, Digitamamon. That's the plan. look at my techniques a minute. Prominence beam's good. Meltdown's good. Hurricane's good. I think I'll stick with what I've got though. So that's Thunderbolt. That's Prominence Beam. That's Teardrop. Save and then roll on Digimon. Okay, so now we make way to Digimon. With the techniques, it has to be said, we've been quite lucky so far. 13% chance of learning Megalospark, 11% chance of learning Confusion Storm, 8% chance of learning Hurricane, and we learned all of them quite quite easily. So we've been lucky with techniques so far, admittedly. And with Infinity Burn, we have a 15% chance, so we actually have better odds than we did with the other moves. But let's not get too carried away. At the end of the day, 15% is still poor. Yeah, I'm trying to get by, but I'm not sure. Okay, it's not going to work. So Infinity Burn, I have a 15% chance, which is better, but it's still poor, so I'm not going to get too carried away. I thought these Monzaemons were skippable that way, but it was a bit harder than I thought. I think I'll be sticking with Megalospark. It's almost as powerful as Meltdown. It's a quicker attack, uses less MP, and it will probably be more effective against Metal Greymon than a fire move would, because obviously Metal Greymon has fire as one of his natures, so I'd imagine fire wouldn't be too effective against him. Not to mention that I think that Electric is strong against machines. He has machine as one of his natures. I'm not so sure about Digimon, but I'm not too fixated about that. Metal Greymon is the one that I'm focused on. Always have to remember to run left when I come through here, otherwise the Garudamons approach me. Try and safely lure them when a Cromon's away. Now we're one away from Digimon. Have to be careful, Digimon is powerful with Muscle Charge, Megalo Spark. Obviously Muscle Charge to increase his attack power, Megalo Spark already a powerful move. Be ready for this. Okay, he's got a funny way of refusing. If he doesn't want it, he falls onto his back and kicks his feet. Okay. Oh yeah, and I'll probably use Nightmare Syndrome if I get the chance. Against regular opponents, it's not really worth it, but against a boss, I want to take risks, so I will use Nightmare Syndrome if I get the chance. Once again, it's important to go through the text slowly. This is another scenario where the game can freeze if you go through the text too quickly. The most important thing is going through the final one extra slowly, because the final text is basically where it freezes, so that's where it's important to go extra slow. And obviously this is the final text, and that's what I'm waiting. I could have used Nightmare Syndrome towards the end, but I decided against it. Digimon was close to death, so I just thought a few more Megalo Sparks not worth the risk of getting defeated by my own Nightmare Syndrome, then having to use a Super Restore. Another reason why I will use Nightmare Syndrome against a boss fight is because the bosses attack quite quickly, and you saw in that video that if you use your finish then get attacked, when you're on the floor your finish doesn't affect you even if it hits you, and basically against bosses there's a good chance of that happening like half the time, where you'll use a finish, the boss will then attack you, you'll then be on the floor and your finish will hit you when you're on the floor, and so it won't affect you, if that makes sense. In normal battles it's less likely to happen, but in boss battles it's more likely to happen, and that's why I'm okay using it. Ah, good, Digimon needs to sleep. That's brilliant. Although I'll probably not sleep where Metal Greymon is, but sleep just outside where the Pidomon is. Reason for that is I'm probably going to fail to learn Infinity Burn quite a lot of times, and if I just reset and repeat myself exactly, chances are the outcome is going to be the same. But if I save just outside, then every time I fail, if I do fail, when I reload, I can change things slightly. For example, I might scold my Digimon just before I enter. Something like that. I might produce a few antics just to try and break the cycle and have like a different fight. That way I've got a better chance of actually learning Infinity Burn. If you repeat yourself exactly, then, because the game has like it's just something to do with the game, where if you repeat yourself exactly, the outcome will be the same. So that's why I have to change something. So I sleep just outside and then do something different, like just do things differently before the battle and during the battle, just to give yourself the best chance. So I'll make it this far. This will be the end of the part also. So you see Megadramon on the right, he's going to have to wait. Now this is where things are going to get interesting. This is a crucial battle coming up. Thank you all for watching, and hope you enjoyed.